Your money is dying in a savings account, and you don't even notice. Do you know how much money you lost this year by leaving it sitting in a savings account? It's not a small amount. Inflation over the last 12 months has been running faster than savings account returns. That means, in practice, your money has shrunk, even if the number on your bank screen went up. And the worst part, most people already know this. They've heard it before. But they stay anyway. Why? Because nobody has ever actually explained how to move your money out of a savings account without the hassle, without unnecessary risk, and without needing a finance degree. That's exactly what you're going to learn here. From scratch. In under 20 minutes. Why did the savings account become a trap? Let's be straight about this. A savings account is not an investment. It's a safe with a minimum return, and that return was designed for the bank, not for you. The rule is simple. When the base interest rate is above a certain threshold, as it is today, savings accounts pay a fixed, capped yield. Period. It doesn't matter how much the economy grows. You're stuck at that ceiling. The bank uses your money to earn far higher returns and hands you back a fraction. It's a great deal for them. Now compare. A regular fixed income bond from a mid-sized bank pays today between 100% and 110% of the benchmark rate. That means, in practice, nearly double what your savings account delivers. And here's the most interesting part. Both have the same government protection. The Deposit Guarantee Fund covers up to a set limit per person per institution. Whether it's a savings account or a fixed income bond, the risk is the same. The return is completely different. So the real question isn't, should I leave my savings account? The question is, how much longer are you going to wait? The 3 most common mistakes. Mistake 1. Thinking investing is complicated. The financial industry clearly has no interest in being simple. The more confusing it seems, the more dependent you are on your bank manager, who, let's be honest, has a sales quota to hit, not a mission to protect your wealth. The truth is that starting to invest today can be as simple as 3 taps on an app. Government bonds, for example, can be purchased by anyone through a direct government platform, starting from as little as a few dollars. Literally. You don't need a course. You don't need technical analysis. You don't need a fancy spreadsheet. All you need is an ID, an account at a brokerage. Most are free, and the will to start. The complexity the industry projects is, in large part, intentional. The more you feel like you don't understand, the easier it is to keep you exactly where you are. Mistake 2. Saving what's left over instead of setting aside what to invest. This is the silent mistake. Most people think like this: at the end of the month, whatever is left over, I'll save. The problem is there's almost never anything left over. Because without intention, spending expands to fill the available space. It's a human principle, not a character flaw. Behavioral economists call it consumption expansion, and it affects everyone regardless of how much they earn. The shift is simple. You invest first, then live on what remains. It's called paying yourself first, and it works because it removes the decision to invest from the emotional equation entirely. Set up an automatic transfer to your investment account on every payday. Even if it's just $20 or $50. The habit is worth more than the initial amount. After 3 months of doing this, you won't even notice it's gone. Mistake 3. Not understanding taxes on investments. This is the one that catches people most off guard. Because most people only find out at the worst possible moment, when they go to withdraw. In most countries, fixed income investments are subject to income tax at the time of redemption, following a regressive schedule. The longer you leave your money invested, the less tax you pay. Under 180 days, 22.5%. From 181 to 360 days, 20%. From 361 to 720 days, 17.5%. Over 720 days, 15%. This changes everything strategically. For your emergency fund, money you might need tomorrow, look for tax-exempt options or short-term instruments. For long-term goals, the longer you wait, the more the tax structure works in your favor. Knowing this before choosing a product already puts you ahead of 90% of people. Notice how basic knowledge already puts you in a completely different position? If this is starting to make sense to you, I'm asking one thing: hit like right now. It sounds small, but that simple action helps this content reach more people who are quietly losing money without realizing it. Now let's keep going. The practical 3-step plan. Step 1. Build your emergency fund before anything else. Before thinking about returns, you need security. That means having 3 to 6 months of expenses set aside somewhere liquid, somewhere you can access it the same day or the next day if you need to. Why 3 to 6 months? Because that's the average time it takes someone to find a new job after being laid off, or to handle an unexpected health issue, or to fix a car that breaks down without warning. An emergency fund isn't a luxury. It's what keeps you from selling investments at the wrong time or going into debt when life happens. The ideal product for this is a high-yield savings account, a money market fund, or a government bond with daily liquidity. These options pay well, carry very low risk, and give you access to your money the next business day at the latest. A regular savings account could technically be used here, but why accept a below-inflation return when you can get the market rate with the same liquidity and the same government protection? Step 2. Define a goal and choose the right product. Investing without a goal is just a savings account with extra steps. You need to know what you're putting money aside for, and when you'll need it. Let me give you 3 practical scenarios. Scenario 1, you want to travel in a year. Short time frame. Use a fixed-rate bond maturing in 12 months. You'll know exactly what you'll receive at maturity, no surprises. Scenario 2, you want a down payment on a home in 5 years. Medium time frame. This is where tax-exempt fixed-income options and more sophisticated bond funds come in, higher returns while keeping risk manageable. Scenario 3, you want to retire better, build real wealth over time. Long time frame. This is where stocks, index funds, ETFs, and retirement accounts enter, with strategy, diversification, and patience, not speculation. The mistake is mixing everything into one account. Each goal deserves a product that matches its time frame and risk level. Step 3. Open a brokerage account. It takes less than 10 minutes. This is the step most people push to next week. And next week never comes. Online brokerages today are free to open and free to use for most fixed-income products. Platforms like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers, or your country's equivalent all have intuitive interfaces, live chat support, and access to government bonds, CDs, and fixed-income funds from dozens of issuers. The process is 100% online. You fill out a form, upload a photo of your ID, answer a short investor profile questionnaire, maybe 3 minutes, and within 24 hours you have full platform access. The hardest part is deciding to start. And since you've made it this far, you've already decided. All that's left is to act. Debunking common fears. What if the bank fails? Deposit guarantee schemes, like the FDIC in the US, the FSCS in the UK, or equivalent bodies in most countries, protect your money up to a set limit per person per institution. If a bank fails, you get your money back up to that limit. No legal proceedings, no waiting years for a court case. The fund pays directly. This has happened in real life. Multiple bank failures have occurred over the past decades, and depositors covered by guarantee schemes were reimbursed. The mechanism works. For emergency funds and short-term goals, that coverage limit is more than enough for most people. For larger amounts, you simply spread your money across 2 or 3 institutions, which is good practice anyway since it also creates competition for your business. What if I need the money before the term ends? It depends on the product. Government bonds with daily liquidity are redeemable the next business day, always. High-yield accounts with daily access work the same way. Request a withdrawal and the money hits your account within 24 hours. Fixed-rate or term-locked instruments can be sold before maturity on the secondary market, but at that point you're subject to mark-to-market pricing. The price you receive may be higher or lower than what you paid, depending on where interest rates are at the time. In some cases you come out ahead. In others, you may lose part of the expected return. That's why your product choice needs to match your real timeline, not the timeline you wish you had. The golden rule is straightforward. Don't lock up money in long-term products that you might need in the short term. The power of compound interest. There's a concept that Einstein, according to a famous quote, probably apocryphal, but the concept itself is very real, called the 8th wonder of the world. Compound interest. The idea is that your return generates more return, and that new return generates even more return. It's a snowball rolling downhill on its own, as long as you don't interrupt the process by withdrawing early. Let me give you a real number. $1,000 invested today at 8% per year, a completely achievable figure with low-risk fixed-income products. becomes nearly $2,160 in 10 years, about $4,660 in 20 years, and over $10,000 in 30 years, without putting in a single dollar more. Just time doing the work. Now imagine adding $100 a month on top of that initial $1,000. In 30 years, the account grows to nearly $150,000. With a $100 monthly contribution. This isn't theory. It's math. Time is the most valuable variable in this equation. And you're already spending it. The question is whether it's working for you or against you. Because when you're carrying credit card debt or an overdraft, compound interest runs in the opposite direction with the same relentlessness. How much to invest? The 50-30-20 rule. If you don't know where to start with budgeting, the 50-30-20 rule is a solid, simple, and widely tested framework. 50% of your take-home income goes to needs: housing, food, transportation, fixed bills. 30% goes to wants: entertainment, restaurants, subscriptions, travel, the things that make life worth living without guilt. And 20% goes directly to investments, before any other spending decision is made. It's a simplification, of course. Depending on your income and where you live, 50% might not cover rent and groceries. Adjust it to your reality, but keep the underlying logic. Investment first, spending second. That shift is what changes everything. Because the rule works not because of the specific percentages, but because it creates intention. You stop deciding with what's left over and start deciding with what comes first. And that alone already solves the problem most people have been carrying for years without realizing it. Conclusion. You made it this far. That alone sets you apart from most people. Most people will keep leaving their money in a savings account, not because they have no other options, but because they never stop to look at those options carefully and honestly. You stopped. Now you know that savings accounts lose to inflation over long cycles. That fixed income bonds carry the same protection with far superior returns. That investing before spending completely changes the outcome. That tax structures reward patience. That compound interest is relentless, working for you or against you depending on the choices you make. And that opening a brokerage account takes less time than watching an episode of a TV show. This decision isn't technical. It's about priority. One action. Just one. Open the brokerage account today. Transfer $50. It can be $50. Buy your first government bond or fixed income product. Watch the money grow in real time. Feel what it's like to have money working for you instead of working for free for a bank. Not tomorrow. Today. Because the best time to start investing was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now.